enough of football. Chance, let's talk hockey. I know all of us.
Listening to this,
Huh?
Oregon, just do rabies.
Yeah, Oregon. Yeah, just do rabies. Go for it. Do that too. Chance, I know we're irritated about what happened last weekend. What the hell? They need to never have that happen again. The Winter Classic being in Florida when it's
So
65 degrees
I did,
outside.
I'll be honest, I didn't watch it. I boycotted it.
I watched the first period and I went, "Holy shit, this is a disaster. Please get this off my TV screen." Um,
Well, the fact that they had the roof closed too. I mean, you probably had to.
They opened it.
they did open
they
parts
did?
of it, yeah.
Yeah, they had some of it
To
open.
to me, it wasn't a stadium series without it being an outdoor venue.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. It was just like, why are we in Florida? It's 65 degrees. It doesn't scream
This isn't a
hockey weather.
town.
You know, it doesn't scream a hockey town or a hockey weather. Like, I don't know. I didn't understand it. Did you understand it, Chance? Like, what's your take on it? I know you hated
yeah,
it.
I got the premise of it. Like, I mean, Florida's been the talk of the town. I mean, 3 straight years in the Stanley Cup. I mean, they're getting guys back and healthy now. They're still in a race for a wild card spot, and if they get in, the way the East looks, I don't put it past them to make it for a fourth straight year.
Yep.
I think what the NHL needs to do, there needs to be a line. Like, the Winter Classic and the Stadium Series are two different things. I feel like the Winter Classic, it needs to be
Somewhere
up or
cold.
somewhere where it's snowing. The Stadium Series, you can put that down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
The Winter
Well,
Classic,
they
that
did-
needs to be,
Aren't they playing that at Miami Stadium this year?
yeah, the Stadium Series, Tampa Bay, and I forget who's actually playing in that. I know it's Tampa and somebody else.
Isn't it? I know the Rangers and Panthers was the Winter Classic.
Yeah.
It's like, I understand what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to bring a big time event that all hockey fans look forward to every single year, right? And they're trying to bring it to a market that really hasn't seen that, right? You know, like they don't understand, I guess, the buzz of it, why it's such a significance. Like, but at the end of the day, I think it belongs where it belongs, and it was a fun little thing to try. But can we, like, not do it anymore? Like, I know we were fucking cold and couldn't feel our face a year ago in Columbus, but like
That was fun, though.
it was fucking
That was
worth it.
hockey weather, though.
Yeah, that's hockey. That's fun and worth it. Like, we enjoyed the hell out of that. And you have the players saying like, "Yeah, this shit was awful. Like the ice sucked." Like, it's not. No, it's not doable. Just go back up north,
Oh yeah,
right? They can.
because all the ones that have been actually outdoors where it's cold, no player. The only thing every player has said was it brings them back to being a kid playing on a pool.
Exactly. I don't think anybody thought they were a kid again playing in the Miami Marlins Stadium. Like, we got fake
that's
palm
what
trees and
fans
fake
have
sand
been
and a
on stadium
basketball court.
for
The fuck?
years.
You know? What are we doing?
Put them on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, I'd rather see that. That would be epic.
I don't even know if they could.
I also think baseball stadiums aren't fit for that. It's better in a football stadium.
Yeah.
It's more of a natural.
It's a natural shape of the arena they play in already.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It was cool, and they did it at Fenway Park. That was pretty cool to do it at Fenway and at Wrigley, being the two kind of flagship stadiums when you think of baseball.
Yeah. Like, I honestly wouldn't mind because I know certain cities
They did
have.
one in DC. They did one in Minnesota.
Yeah. I know certain cities have some like MLS stadiums that have hockey
set up
teams.
like a football stadium.
Yeah, I think though you could do that too if you wanted, if you really wanted to, you know. Um, I mean, how nice is it?
Break in the Bills' new stadium, Winter Classic.
Dude, that would be epic.
Penguins, Sabres, just like the first one.
That'd be fucking epic. Like that would be insane. But yeah, no, the Winter Classic Stadium Series do not belong below the below the line.
I think you could have one of the biggest turnouts for a Winter Classic or Stadium Series. Penguins, Flyers at Happy Valley.
I could see it.
That's the halfway point for both teams.
I don't see why not.
Who is Penn State playing this year? Because they have an outdoor game.
Arizona State.
For it.
Maybe
obviously, the only reason. Honestly, the only reason that they're getting that. I mean, Gavin McKenna does play at Penn State, so that helps getting that.
Mm-hmm. And he's insane.
I also looked at it as maybe this is a test run. Like, hey, look, NHL, look what we can do here.
Maybe, but I think we're all in firm agreement that, look, this was a nice little guinea pig test run, but let's never have this happen again.
Well, I get it because we've done one in LA. We've done the Dodger Stadium before.
Yeah.
So I get it. I mean, I was also the Kings and Ducks. Both those teams were. I mean, both those teams were playing exceptionally well at that time, in that era that they did it. So, the Rangers, they're always going to be getting TV time because the Rangers. And obviously, Florida, what they've done.
Let's get Colorado and Dallas at the Broncos Stadium.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mile, that would be insane. Yeah, it's not a summer sport. Like, I'm not going to put, gosh, I don't know. I don't even know the comparison. It's just not a summer sport. It doesn't belong in warm weather. It doesn't get that cold in Florida, y'all. Like, 65 degrees at game time. Yeah. It's sweatshirt and short weather. What are we doing?
It's colder in Arizona than Florida.
Exactly. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, you could do it in Levi Stadium if you wanted to, because it's in San Fran. It gets cold up in San Fran. It's Northern California.
Hey,
they're close to the water.
Hey, when you watch the early and late season Giants games, people get bundled up because it gets cold.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there are certain places where you can and you can't. Texas, absolutely not. Louisiana, no. Bama, no. Florida, absolutely not. Probably not Georgia. You could probably get away with Tennessee.
There's no hockey teams in Georgia.
That's also true. I'm just naming states here, but you could get away with Tennessee
because it gets cold in Tennessee.
You can maybe do one in Carolina. You could do one in Carolina if you, let's say, brought Atlanta back as an expansion. It's the closest you're gonna get. Oh no, you could do.
Shit, if you do one in Carolina, do Nashville
against Raleigh.
Yeah,
Canes are in Raleigh. So, yeah.
Do close teams.
There you go.
I know they'll never. I know this will never happen, but they did say Lambeau Field. They tried to get one there.
I mean, why can't it happen? Make it happen.
Who would you have play there?
They said Minnesota and Winnipeg would be the game at Lambeau Field.
I mean, I'd watch it.
Pretty cool.
That'd be epic.
I'd go in a heartbeat. Give me another excuse to go.
Yeah, really. I mean, that would be epic. I'd love to see that.
But there's actually one thing that I really need to talk about.
Okay.
Especially with hockey.
Let's go.
It is the Olympic rosters.
Yes, we do need to get in. That was going to be my next topic. Let's talk.
There was a lot of I'd like to look. I was a little ticked off about.
Yeah, so I'd like to look at the Olympic rosters for at least Canada and U.S. I mean, the two main state countries, especially the ones that we know, and the players from the NHL. We'll know players from Sweden, Czechia, and others, but the bread and butter of the NHL plays on the U.S. and Canada. So we'll start with the U.S. first. The forwards, Matt Boldy, Kyle Connor, Jack Eichel, Jay Gensel, Jack Hughes, Clayton Keller, Dylan Larkin, Austin Matthews, JT Miller, Brock Nelson, Tage Thompson, Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk, Vincent Trocheck. On defense, Faber, Noah Hannafin, Quinn Hughes, Seth Jones, Charlie McAvoy, Jake Sanderson, Jacob Slavin, and Zach Rowinski. And between the pipes, the same three they brought at Four Nations, Hellebuyck, Jake Ottinger, and Jeremy Swayman.
I don't know if they want Hellebuyck between the pipes right now. Winnipeg done lost 9 fucking straight. Jeez.
Yeah, they're a dumpster fire.
Yeah, it's bad, and Hellebuyck doesn't look like he did a year ago.
No.
But I really, with the U.S., I see what they're doing. Especially with guys like Brock Nelson, Tage Thompson, Vincent Trocheck, and especially JT Miller. Some of those guys are on the edge of, or on the cusp of not making the team. JT Miller and Vinny Trocheck, they played in the Four Nations last year. Mike Sullivan, head coach of the Rangers, also head coach of Team USA. So they both can play on the power play. They both kill penalties exceptionally well. I know JT Miller's hurt right now. He's not having the best year with the Rangers. But when that guy's game is on, he's a piece of shit to play against. He mucks it up. And he's a no bullshit kind of guy, especially in the locker room. I mean, that's why basically Vancouver had to trade him. I mean, I'm not saying it was his fault, but they also let the wrong guy go. They should have traded Pedersen, but really there are a few guys left off that possibly could have made this, but with the way the roster is constructed, it'd be a very tough time for them to actually carve out a role on this team. I mean, Cole Caulfield, notable, left off the roster. He's undersized. I mean, he can score from anywhere. Yeah. He's got an elite one-timer on the power play.
Like he's a weapon.
Yeah, he can score. He doesn't kill penalties. The size really isn't there. I mean, yeah, I think Marty St. Louis has definitely changed his game since he has taken over the Canadiens. But I think what Bill Guerin wants, the ice is shorter. I think the width, it's shorter than an actual rink, so there's less time and space. It's going to be a lot more physical. And unfortunately, Cole Caulfield's game just does not translate to that. And we saw last year, Jack Hughes, the time and space wasn't there for him. Towards the end of the tournament, he got more comfortable with the game, but he didn't look comfortable early in that tournament in the Four Nations. And that's a regular size NHL rink. Brock Nelson, say what you want, he's having a hell of a year in Colorado right now. He's an elite two-way centerman. He kills penalties. He can be on the power play. He plays on Colorado. It's basically Colorado's league, and everybody else is just playing right now in their league. They're head and shoulders above anybody, so you can say what you want about him making the team. All his numbers look really good because he's on a Colorado team. But especially now with Gabe Landeskog going down, not knowing the extent of his knee injury he suffered, Brock Nelson can easily step up in that center role, and especially for Team USA, I can see he's gonna kill penalties for him. Tage Thompson, he's probably gonna play wing if I had to guess. I could see him fitting very well with. Well, he wouldn't play with the Kachucks. Both of them play on the wing. If he had to play center, I think he could, but I just don't see where he would fit. He'd have to play in the bottom six to be a centerman on this team, and I think he's more valued towards a top six role. An incredible one-timer for a forward. He's got one of the hardest shots in the league.
Just a big body.
Yeah, he's a big body. Clayton Keller's interesting to me. I know Utah's not having the season that they wanted, especially after some of the moves they made, bringing in Sergachev, Paterka. They signed him to a big deal after giving away some of their prospects for him.
He looked good, though, this year.
He has looked good. You can make the case that him or Jason Robertson and Clayton Keller also another two-way centerman. He kills penalties. He's on the power play for Utah. And I think that's just where Jason Robertson gets left out. Now, Jason Robertson, in this calendar year, since the Four Nations, we take Four Nations, we count that towards this calendar year. He is the leading points. He leads all American-born players in points. He's the only one to get to 100 within this calendar year.
Wow.
No shit.
But he does not kill penalties. He is extremely slow to league average. Now, we say slow. I mean, obviously, he could dust us in an ice skating race in a heartbeat.
But
yeah.
But for the
professionals, in the league average, his numbers are below par, especially in acceleration and straight line speed. He can score from anywhere. I wonder if he will get a call if someone does not make it, especially in the forward group. And I wonder if he'd say yes. As of right now, in some of the interviews, it looks like he'd just tell him to fuck off. Because this is 2 years in a row. He didn't get selected for Four Nations, and he has not been selected for the Olympic team. So, Alex DeBrincat is another American-born player. Doesn't kill penalties. The trend with these players getting left off, they have elite offensive talent. They just don't kill penalties. Every single one of these guys on this team, except for maybe Gensel, maybe Kyle Connor kills penalties for Winnipeg. They don't kill penalties.
I do think a name that was left off that's very good at killing penalties was Brian Rust.
Yeah.
He was one of the, I guess they called it the combine invites.
I have no idea.
He's on the Penguins.
He's definitely older.
Power play. Yeah. But with him being a winger, Team US is very deep at the wing position.
Yeah. And we don't know. Like, some of these guys might get a call if some of these guys are unable to go. But I just don't see any of these guys being unable to go.
We still have a month of hockey between now and then.
Yeah. I really like this forward group. I think they got it right. I mean, I get it. I definitely wanted to see Patrick Kane on this team.
Yes, so did I.
He's been snubbed at the opportunity.
Shot.
This definitely is his last shot, I think.
And he's playing really great this year, I think. He's having a pretty solid season.
Yeah.
I watched him play
and he makes everybody around him better.
Yeah.
I watched him Thursday night in person. His game is he's just in time with everyone on the ice.
Yep. Showtime Kane would be fucking insane for the Olympics. You couldn't convince me otherwise, but
Defense, I mean, I think we have the best defensive core on the Olympic roster, especially out of Canada. Between us and Canada, I think our defense is miles better than what they have. Quinn Hughes, Brock Faber, they'll play together. I think it's a given. I think Rowinski and Seth Jones both will play together. They have chemistry from time in Columbus. Slavin and McAvoy. I mean, Slavin, last year was his coming out party as the world actually knowing who he is. But if you've watched him before, especially on Carolina, he's an elite shutdown defenseman. A true defensive defenseman in the game that we have. Sanderson, he made a name for himself last year when Quinn Hughes was unable to go. Stepped right in, scored a big goal in one of their games. So he'll probably be a reserve. If I had to guess. Same with Noah Hannafin, probably going to be a reserve. The only question that people are raising about this defensive core is why didn't Adam Fox make it?
Wasn't he on the? He was on the Four Nations team, wasn't he?
He was on the Four Nations. He's been replaced by Seth Jones, is the one that is taking his spot. And really, I don't have a problem with that, especially after watching what Seth Jones is doing on Florida and what he did on that cup run for that team. His IQ is through the charts. He knows when to step up and make a play, keep the puck in. He's good in all three zones. He's exceptionally well in the neutral zone. I think that's where his game thrives is in the neutral zone and disrupting plays and breakouts. So I'm happy with the defensive core that they brought. I think they got it right. Goaltenders, I'm assuming Ottinger is going to be the starter.
I would assume so because Hellebuck isn't playing great in that right now.
I've always said Hellebuck can't win the big ones. Playoff Hellebuck. I mean, it is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm actually reading on ESPN. They have Cole Caulfield listed as a snub. DeBrincat, Adam Fox. They don't even have Jason Robertson mentioned as a snub for the team.
They don't know ball.
No, it's ESPN.
They don't know.
Lane Hudson. Lane Hudson's another one. His defensive game's not up to standard for especially the Olympics, I think. ESPN gave USA's roster a B+. We'll save Sweden for another day. Some of these guys, I know pretty much all the forward core. Sweden is basically an all NHL team. Finland. Looks like an all. Yeah, that's an all NHL team. No, he's not. Okay, Canada. Forwards: Celebrini, Sorelli, Crosby, Hagel, Horvat, McKinnon, Marchand, Marner, McDavid, Point, Reinhart, Stone, Suzuki, and Tom Wilson. I guess the biggest thing that I'm just going to say right now, I think everybody's talking about on Twitter, is Connor Bedard.
Yeah.
That is a big name left out of it, but
he is dealing with that separated shoulder. They came out and said that that was not the reason as to why he was left off. The decision was made before the injury happened, supposedly. I don't know. Like, Cirelli is the only one that I see, but John Cooper being the head coach, and Anthony Cirelli plays on the top PK unit for John Cooper in Tampa. So I think that's kind of where the bias comes in. There's bias between a lot of these, between the U.S. and Canada, for players on that team, especially with Bill Guerin being in charge of constructing USA, Doug Armstrong constructing Team Canada. But, I mean, it was a. I don't see Martian's name on here. Oh, there it is.
So you said it.
Yeah. I think a real big surprise is Sam Bennett not making this team. He was a big contributor last year in the Four Nations. He won the Conn Smythe this year in the Stanley Cup playoffs. He kills penalties. Obviously, he got in that big fight last year in the Four Nations with Brady. Unfortunately, that's not going to be able to happen because if you fight in the IIHF, you're suspended for the next game. Horse shit. I think they got it right with Celebrini. He's only 19, but a lot of the comparisons are he's the next Sidney Crosby. I know that's weird to say, but a lot of his numbers right now are matching up with Crosby early in his career. He's got a great two-way game. He can play the wing if they need him to, which I think that's where they're going to have him play. If I had to guess. And I don't think he's going to be on the bottom six. I think he'll play on the top six. It might not be early on in the tournament, maybe just to get him comfortable and get him ready. But I could see towards the end, and especially in the medal round, that he could be playing on the top six with Crosby on the wing. Now, we saw last year Crosby did give up his center position to McKinnon, which I don't think Crosby was upset about. I mean, McKinnon has the speed that he can charge right up the middle of that ice and create lanes for Crosby to fall in behind. I think McDavid and Marner will play on a line together like they did last year. I mean, they played on the line to score the game-winning goal last year in Four Nations. They were on the line together. Marner fed McDavid right in the slot and he buried it. I think they got it right adding Tom Wilson this time instead of keeping him out at Four Nations. He adds another physical presence to that team. If you're playing against him, you can't have your head down because he will bury. Yeah. Suzuki, another ad, was not on the Four Nations team. Kills penalties for Montreal on the top unit. He's on the power play. I think he'll add depth at that center position for him, especially on the PK. They might be a little bit short, depending on who's in the box. Yeah, I mean, really, it's Ryan. It's not. It's Bennett and Bedard that are really the two big ones as to why they were left off. I have more problems with Bennett being left off than Bedard. Bedard, I don't think has the defensive game yet. Definitely taken a jump this year with it, but I don't know. If it's late in the game though, and you're down by, I'd rather have Bedard out there on the ice than some of the guys that they brought because he can score from anywhere at any moment. Yeah.
Is the lack of the Bennett one kind of confused me because I mean you're talking about a guy who's won 2 championships now with Florida.
Yeah, and Conn Smythe.
Yeah, and the Conn Smythe, like it's a guy I would want in a tournament, has that experience. Do you think the lack of experience of Bedard was a factor or no?
I think it's because of the shoulder injury. They won't come out and say, I wish they just would, because it makes everything make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And this begs another question with some of these guys getting left off. We have Sweden, Finland, these European countries. They have their own organization. Same with the U.S. and Canada. They have their own development programs, the national teams that get selected, like the World Junior teams. They get selected by the National Development Program in their respective countries. I say this because of Canada, and I say this because we'll get to the goaltenders, because the big question is, why is Jordan Binnington on this team? Because his numbers and his underlying numbers this year, he's dead last in a lot of categories. I mean, he is one of the reasons we suck. And Doug Armstrong is the general manager of Team Canada. He's also the general manager of the St. Louis Blues. So there is the factor of some of the bias. Now, I don't think this will ever happen, but instead of these NHL GMs building the roster, do we let the developmental, like these national programs develop, pick the roster? I say no, but do you guys think that we should have these national programs select the roster?
I don't think it would be a bad thing at all.
I think you take away the bias.
Yeah.
But the argument that I will throw to that is these NHL GMs are around all these NHL players all the time.
All the time.
And some of these, probably in the national programs, might not see them all the time, not catch all the games, and see all these players. And all the coaching staffs from both these teams are in the NHL, are on coaching staffs. Most of them are head coaches, but are now taking specific roles as assistant coaches.
Yeah.
So they're all around these players. I mean, I don't have a problem with these GMs, but it does beg the question as to why some of these guys are left off, probably because of bias.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think Binnington will start for Team Canada. I think Team Canada's already came out and said Logan Thompson will be the starter. I think as he should be.
Yeah.
He's done it 3 years in a row. I mean, he's consistent since he's gotten to Washington.
Definitely a career resurgence in Washington happening for Logan Thompson.
Yeah.
But I mean, Binnington last year did do it for Team Canada. So you...
Yeah, I mean, he single-handedly won him that game.
Yeah, while he was struggling before the Four Nations came up a year ago, and single-handedly is probably the reason why Canada even won that game to begin with. we got goalied there in the back half of that game. Like, it wasn't even close. So,
especially in overtime.
yeah, and I'm not taking anything away from the goalie I watch on a regular basis. He's phenomenal. He has been incredible for us. Probably the reason we went as far as we did a year ago. But you have, like, hey, this is a guy that's like done it, right? He did it for Canada a year ago. Not saying Logan can't, but you have one guy who you have film on doing it, right? You have that hindsight success. You don't know with Logan, right? So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. I think they'll start one time and then start the other the next time, and what feels better will ultimately probably decide on where they go the rest of the Olympics, which I forget the format.
Like you ride the hot hand.
They could also decide to do that too. Logan Thompson's hot. I forget his stat line, but it's pretty fucking good. He's in the 90 percentile in save percentage. It's under 2.5, I think, per game. I think you stick with it. Just because it's just working. Why go away from something? We'll see what they do. I'm more interested to see what the U.S. does, because I just talk mad shit about Hellebuck and their 9 in a row. Dallas has lost 5 straight with Ottinger, so our top 2 goalies aren't necessarily doing so hot right now. But I mean, Dallas is second in the Central, while Winnipeg might be fighting for the 1 pick. But still, you don't know. That one throws me off. You have, of the 4 goalies between Canada and the U.S., I think really the only sure one right now. Can we say Jake Oettinger is a sure thing this year? Because he hasn't been up to what he normally has been, right? This is definitely a down year for him.
No. I mean, I will say this. I listened on the radio Saturday while I was working. Finner did stop 25 of 25 against Canadians. I mean, we've won 2 straight.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let us get hot. Please don't get hot. I beg of you.
Listen, for those who are new,
not to get hot.
Yeah, for those who are new, Chance has been begging them to suck probably since they won the Stanley Cup. Probably before that. He's been begging.
Not before that. No.
But definitely afterwards.
Begging them to suck like 2 years after they won the cup.
Yeah, like if you're not going to be good, just suck.
The direction of the team is going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like it is literally, let's see if we can just stay around the wild card spot and get a shit pick and see what happens. Now, credit their first overall pick, not their first round pick, 2024, at 16th overall, right smack dab right in the middle, is probably going to win the World Juniors MVP, and Adam Juracek, defenseman. He's playing phenomenal in the World Juniors. He had that between the legs goal in overtime. I mean, to try that right in the middle of overtime, between the legs, right in front of the goaltender.
Insane.
Nuts of steel.
Yeah.
And it worked. So, yeah, I don't know. The Blues need to find a direction. Hopefully, it's a direction of suck. Now, if they make the playoffs, I'm still going to go. That's going to be fun.
Now, if they make the playoffs, Chance is going to be on the win every game mindset.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go. Yeah, now, Lily, probably not, because we're probably going to have to face Colorado round 1.
Jesus. And they still haven't lost the regulation game at home? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they only have 2 regulation losses. We got trounced before the end of 2025. It was 4-0 the first 4 minutes of the game.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. I really just want to talk about the Olympics.
Hey, we're a month away now?
Yeah, and out of the big four of Sweden, Finland, USA, and Canada, ESPN gave Canada the only A grade. Everybody else got B plus or B. Canada with an A minus.
Wow. Well, we'll have to go shove that A minus up their ass, I guess, then, right? Go get us a gold medal. Yep. Fuck it. Fuck what a grade says. What is ESPN now, right?
I don't know how he's shit.
But yeah, so quickly, let's